Good morning, it's Miss Cool talking to you today. I wanted to tell everybody that it's a good day, but if you're like me, you can come on here and you can just talk because you just can, okay? But I am a wild card. Sometimes I am the wild card in the fact that you will be surprised. But I'm actually coming on here talking about real quick about the differences in children. Okay. Now, I raised three children and they're all the same but different. When I say that, I say to you that they're just different. Okay. So, my daughter Jamie, she is the type of child I could put on a blanket in the middle of a park and I'd sit there and I'd say, Jamie, come here. And she was just a baby, how you kind of kneel down in front of a child and want them to kind of crawl to you. Well, she never would leave that blanket. Okay, just getting ready for the day. Uh, Kind of like this gray hair, not to jump off on saying something weird, but she was the kind of baby that wouldn't leave the blanket. It was so cute, kind of like when yeah, I'm not going to compare her to a dog, but I'm just saying. You know how you'll say it to a dog, sit, and then you'll show everybody, watch, and you could walk around, and then you turn and you look at them and you go, come. So this was kind of cute about my daughter Jamie. It was real special. So she would sit, she'd be on the blanket, silk blanket, any little soft blanket I'd have in the park, and she'd crawl around the edge and put her little handy on the grass and go, she didn't like the feel of it. Now, there's a lot of children they do videos of today that do that. That's why I really enjoy these videos so much that it's just wonderful to be online and be able to have those memories on video now. Okay, it's just great. And when you see them, of course, you flash back and think about your own children. It's really cool. My son Coco, the baby, okay, he was something else. Oh, Lord. He's still high strung and got a temper. Can't imagine where he gets it from, right? So, just kind of waking up here a little bit and got ready for the day to go. But my baby used to walk backwards. Okay, Ryan. And when he'd walk backwards, he'd hit himself in the head on the wall. Not too hard, but hard enough that you better grab him. Okay. If he got mad, he'd start walking backwards. Okay. And I always was like in that mood, grab them. Did you know to grab them? Do you know? He'd get mad and start walking backwards as fast as he could. Now he didn't do it all the time, but by golly, if he did it, you better grab him. You better get him. Because if you don't, he's gonna hurt himself. And then after he'd hurt himself and get upset with you, if he didn't get his way, then he'd cry more. So sometimes you got to settle him down. Now my baby Christopher, when he was a baby, the oldest, which I need to talk about more, he was a character. Okay, Christopher, he was the type of child that just keep walking. Everything looked new. So I'd have to kind of think, now where did he go? If you turned your back, which I don't do with children, but the few times that he did get away, let me tell you what. Oh my goodness gracious, he'd walk 2 blocks away. And this is a baby. Okay, so some children you can't turn your back on. Jamie was beautiful, but boy, when she got to screaming, look out. She was a good baby, though. Beautiful, beautiful hair. You could take your finger like this when her hair was wet and just wrap it around it and let go, and it'd be a curl. So cute. And anytime on call, I'd say, so big. And she'd do her arms up like this, really cute. So you see these children on these different videos, and it reminds you of your children and how different and lovely that they all are. Okay, not only are they different and they're lovely, it's just an extension of you. We'll say it's an extension of you. So yeah, I got a temper, so I see it in baby Coco, and I can drift away sometimes like Christopher, and I certainly can be like Jamie and don't like textures. So just to feel them and stuff. But, dealing with me this morning, we got a lot of things going on in our life, don't we? Different ups, different downs. But you know, we learn growing up what is happening. Okay, when it's time to kind of be quiet, learn. Guard your tongue, watch your mouth. Oh, I got to get my rings on for the day. Thank you for reminding yourself, Pamela. Um, it's just a beautiful thing, you know. It's really a beautiful thing when you can go back in time. I know my granddaughter and daughter bought mom a light to do these like little talk videos, you know. And thank you, Lord. So I'm putting on some of my rings here. You know, have you ever? I'm gonna jump subjects now. Be cool with it, all right? I got some gold in here my son gave to me. He gives me gold. Sometimes I got to share it with people and say, look what my son did. He gave me gold. And, you know, I thought at first, you know, because some of my Christian friends are just kind of like, oh, you wear gold? That's kind of this and that, you know. Listen, some people wear gold because they want to wear gold, all right? You can think it's a status. You can think of what you want. But when it gets down to it, did you want to know something? Wearing gold is good for your circulation. And I will remind you, they brought baby Jesus gold, besides myrrh and frankincense. But anyway, it's from the earth. God created it, or whatever you want. What was I talking about? I don't know. I know when I get on here, sometimes I just flow, you know. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful to flow. I try to back up any knowledge I have with Google. And some people say, well, Google isn't always right. But for me right now, it is. Okay, it's a second voice when you're alone and have a question. Kind of like the old phones that I put up. Do you remember those growing up on 67 where you could jump in them and they were in a booth? I remember in Pasadena, California. Man, it was cool. We'd argue, some of us, and call the operator and she'd settle it for us. Believe it or not. But back to the rings. When you get a ring, sometimes it's really cool to put it on, and then if it fits on your finger, you know it's yours. Kind of like when you meet a man and you really love him or like him or want to get to know him, your hand sort of goes right in his easy, and it's comfortable, isn't it? So these are just little things I'm giving to you today. I'm throwing some sugar at you, and I'm throwing a little salt. You can mix it up with the different conversations I'm having. But I do come on here, and I like to rehearse feelings, you know, and share them. Sometimes I repeat, you know, I'll tell the same story 2 or 3 times, but that means that it was something in my life that I'm passionate about. You know, just that certain little clip and part in the movie, you're like, wow, rewind. So for those of you that haven't seen The New Color Purple, it's a wonderful musical. Oh my goodness. They get up in these big mossy trees like I grew up in Florida with. You know, they're really cool. Just, you know, you look back and you think, wow, am I going to remember this? You sure are. You're going to remember all those, you know, moments. Big bass, fish fries, boiled peanuts, iced tea, hush puppies. These are the things that they serve at a fish fry. So, if you can't travel and you can't go there, but you could have that to one day want to, you can paint it. Like I want to paint really bad today, you know, and I want to do some different artwork, and I want to eat right today. I want to stand up straight and realize that I get another day to be here on this earth and talk about my children, okay? Sometimes they're going to hurt you, okay? And it's how we deal with their problems, their personalities, and their choices. The hardest thing to do is to know that you can't control your children. Now, you can when they're children. You can, you know, teach them things, okay? And you can pray and hope that they will emulate those things. But it's Miss Cool talking about life, love, children, hurts, and the pain and the walk. Okay? But for me, I had to learn a lot of things, not necessarily the hard way, but I will admit it. Sometimes when people learn it the hard way, They always are consistent in making sure that it's done right. They could be a little bit controlling, okay, because they were around people that were so out of control, okay. So before you judge people, before you say, oh, that person's this or that person's that, maybe you could learn something. You could. I know I learned. I know I've learned that I've got about 2 boxes of hair color in there, and I kind of like this white. You know? It's something you have to get used to, something that's a part of you, and you just accept it, okay? Sometimes we just have to accept what we have, who we are, and the things that are most valuable, that cost the most, are your memories, the love that you share with others. They say when you die, you know, you only take with you what you've given. So if I've given anybody that's listening to any of my videos anything today, even if they want to judge, or if they want to say something kind, or even if it's my sister in Georgia that doesn't speak to me right now, you know, that's okay. I accept her. I accept her for what she's feeling. Her hurt shows, okay? Because just because you're related to somebody doesn't mean that you have to speak. You're your own person, which everybody knows. But it is a beautiful thing when you see families that can get along, that have love, that can break bread together, that can travel, that can see one another, and that can keep trying. You know, if you hit a bump in the doggone road, do you just pull over and say, that's it? Now, I got to bring up my son Coco right now, okay, because that reminded me of something. Now, he's got low-profile rims and things like that on his vehicle, and they're fun to look at and all, but here's the deal. He's blown out a tire, and he's got these gorgeous rims, and he just keeps driving. You know, just like if your shoes are worn out, you know. Just a lot of things in life, okay? If something happens to you and a bump in the road, you don't just pull over and cry, do you? You've got to continue. You've got to keep this journey up. Got a lot of respect for people that can do that, okay? But it's taken a lot of times where I didn't want to start over, where I didn't want to not give up, where I really needed to be validated by people and just kind of feel that they did like me or want me around. But you want to be a benefit, you want to be a positive to others, and let them remember good. Now, it's not, you know, human or terminally normal to not have a down day or blues. It's how long are you going to do it? How long are you not going to notice the rose? How long are you not going to notice the smell of fresh coffee? How long are you not going to notice you're in the presence of the most beautiful tree to stand by? Things like that, you know, memories, whatever you want it to be. I mean, it can be simple. Simple things can make you happy, okay? Simple things can make you happy. A made bed can make you happy, all right? A guitar can make you happy. Look at that. Pick it up, play a song, all right? And be the ivy. Just keep growing, all right? And extend yourself over the wall. It's Miss Cool saying, it's a good day today to have a nice bed. It's a good day to have love, all right? Surround yourself with some love. And I'll never forget my Grandma Feldman. There she is with me. Okay, that's an old picture. I love you, Grandma. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful day, will you? It's Miss Cool. Peace. And by the way, before I get off of here, let me just remind you about what I'm wearing today. I walked in a thrift store and found a Tommy Hilfiger coat. Okay, I think it was like $3. I'm wearing it. So don't judge a book by its cover always. Okay, check it out. It's a Tommy Hilfiger coat. You know, I need to lose a little more weight, of course. Let me show you folks that it's a Tommy Hilfiger. Okay. I don't go by brand names. I go by kind of quality. You pay for what you get. What do you see there? All right, then. So, hey, it's Pamela saying have a wonderful day, will you? God bless you. Till next time.